In today's social media mastery course, we're going to learn about free lead generation techniques and free sales techniques, ways that we can sell more products or attract more clients for absolutely free. Of course, it's going to cost us some time, and we're going to have to do some things or have an assistant or an employee do some things. But these things, other than the time it costs us, are free. So the first thing I want to discuss are groups. Groups are an excellent way to generate free leads or to generate sales for your product or services. So what groups are? Two platforms have groups and should be used on a regular basis, should be incorporated with your marketing: Facebook and LinkedIn. So on both of these platforms, they have literally thousands and thousands, maybe millions of groups. So what you want to do is you want to search these groups and you want to find relevant groups that have either potential clients for you or people who will support your products and share your products or services for you. So potential influencers or supporters. And like I said, there's thousands of these kinds of groups. So let's say, for instance, I'm a marketer and many of my clients are real estate agents. Well, I can go find groups of real estate agents, and I can go find groups created by real estate agents, groups with real estate agents in them, groups that has information or gives tips to real estate agents. All of these type of groups would be the types of groups that I want to go find and join so I can start posting and participating in these groups and get leads from these groups. The benefits of these groups, for one, they're free. There are groups that cost money, but we're not talking about those right now. There's, like I said, out of the thousands of those that exist, you should be able to find at least 5 to 10 groups that you can join that will benefit your business. Ideally, you want to find groups that have thousands of people. So that's one of the benefits of these groups. There's some groups that have 100,000 people, for example, 50,000 people, 10,000 people. So the larger the group, the more that you could potentially benefit from doing advertising and sharing and commenting and being active within these groups. Another benefit is because some of these groups have so many people, your potential to go viral is exponentially increased. So, for example, if you post a regular post on your page, if you only post to your page all the time, and your page has, let's say, 500 followers or 1,000 followers, then most of your posts probably are seen on average by 5 to 50 people. Well, if out of those 5 to 50 people, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 may like an average post. Well, that's generally not enough to make your post be seen by many, many more people because it's quote unquote popular or because it's seen as valuable content. But if it's in a group that has, say, 50,000 people and is deemed to be a good content, so 20 people like it out of that 50,000, which is not a lot of people, now we're talking about having the chance of going viral and it being shown to many more people, at the very least within the group, because it is so popular. It will also be shown more to our own following also. Anyone who follows us will get notifications saying that, hey, Marcus posted this post and it is generating a lot of likes and comments at this time. So how do we participate? And I've already kind of touched on it, but when you find these groups, it's not just enough to find them and just post your things, even though you do want to do that. You also want to participate in these groups. And what I mean by participate is you want to like things, you want to share things, you want to comment on things, all on a regular basis. What this will do is it will basically raise your status within the group by being a regular participant. So let's say after a few weeks of commenting on things regularly, liking other people's posts, and of course sharing your own posts, you will be more recognized within the group. And when you post things and comment on things, more people will be notified because you have received this elevated status within the group from being a regular participant. So that's what you want to do. You want to find these groups, and this is one of the top tips for free lead generation. Find these groups, join them, and participate in them on a regular basis, even if it's just 1 or 2 hours per week. So another free lead generation technique or free sales generating sales technique is emailing. Emailing is not a new technique. It's been around for years and years, but it is still a viable digital marketing technique today. Here's some ways to build the list of people that you email to, because what you ideally want to do is make a monthly newsletter, something that you can send out either monthly or twice a month to this list on a regular basis, and just to keep your store or your products on top of their mind, and to give them any offers or any specials that you have going on at the time. So let's talk about a few ways to compile a huge list that you can send out your newsletter to people to on a regular basis. So a couple of obvious things: your phone contacts and your email contacts. So all of those that has emails, you can export those from your phone and from your emails, whether you have Google, Yahoo, Hotmail, whatever type of email you have, you can export those contacts to put them on a list of people that you will email your newsletter to. Another thing is LinkedIn. Now, this is something that's unique to LinkedIn. LinkedIn has a feature that allows you to export your contacts. So what you want to do is you want to search all types of potential clients. Let's say, for example, I know my clients are realtors, or your clients could be lawyers or police officers or whatever it may be. So you go befriend a lot of these type of people, and once they're your friend, now you can export this list and put that with your list that you're going to send out your newsletter to on a regular basis. One more way that you can do this is a technique called email scraping. Now, this may be something that many of you may not be familiar with, but this is also a viable technique, and this is a way that you can compile huge lists of emails quickly if you know what you're doing. If you're not familiar with it, then look up the term email scraping. But basically, what it allows you to do in layman's terms, it allows you to take a bunch of data from, let's say, a page or a search or a group or anything. You copy that data, you paste it into an email scraper, and it will take out all the emails that's within that data, leaving you with a list of just emails. So a couple of techniques to use with that is Google searches. So say you've searched and found you a good email scraper. So now what you want to do is you want to do a Google search for emails of their type of clients. This is something you might have to get creative to find or think about, and maybe not. So for example, I work with real estate agents. So let's say I know I work with real estate agents from a company called EXP. And all the agents at EXP have an email that ends in @exprealty.com. And maybe clients from another business maybe have the same thing. But the point is, if I know what the end of that email is, then I can go to Google and do a Google search. So I just go to Google, I put in @exprealty.com, I put in email or emails, and just do a search. It's going to give me pages and pages of information on people who have listed their EXP email somewhere on any page. So with the email scraper, what I can do is I can just copy and paste all the information from these different pages into my email scraper and just end up with a list of hundreds or potentially thousands of new emails that I'm going to put with my list that I've compiled from LinkedIn, from my phone, and from my email accounts. And now I have a super list of emails that I can send my newsletter to once or twice a month on a regular basis. And this again is another way to get free leads or generate free sales. Now, the software that you use, that could be free, that could cost you, but for free, you can use MailChimp. Now, what MailChimp does is they allow you to have a free account up to 2,000 contacts. So if you do your scraping, you do your LinkedIn, everything, if you're under 2,000 contacts, then you have absolutely nothing to worry about. You can sign up for a free MailChimp account and you can create your newsletter, send it all out, everything using MailChimp. If you have more than 2,000, but not many more, let's say less than 10,000, 6,000 or 8,000, then what you can do is you can create multiple MailChimp accounts and send out 2,000 per account. So let's say I have 6,000 emails that I want to send out my newsletter to. Then I'll create 3 MailChimp accounts, and each one will allow me to send out 2,000 emails. To have 2,000 contacts and send out up to 12,000 emails per month for free. So that is our second big way that we're going to get free leads generated on social media. Generated online. The last way is social media, which is why I had said social media. So another way that you can generate free leads and generate free sales for your business is through messaging people directly on social media. So every platform has a way to do this, whether on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn. All of the platforms have a way to send people direct messages. So what you want to do is you want to get you a pre-planned message that you're going to copy and paste and send to all of these different people. You have your offer in the message. If you have video, that would even be best. Just something, you want to keep it short. Ideally, you want to keep it short and sweet. So if you can have just a video, that would be the ideal situation. The video would have your offer, would tell people where to go to be able to get what you're offering. And if you don't have a video, you can still do a short message with a call to action and a link that they can click to be able to go where you want them to go. So like I said, this is something you pre-plan, copy and paste it. You can literally send out thousands of messages this way to all your friends and connections on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, anywhere. And with this technique, they actually don't even have to be your friend or your follower. So all these platforms have some way that you can search for people or find people on their platform. So again, if I know my clients are realtors, or I know my clients are lawyers, or I know my clients are whatever type of profession or something that I can easily look up, then I can just go on LinkedIn or go on Facebook, find these people and still send them a message regardless if they're my friend or not. So I hope you learned something today. Hold up, one more. Text message campaigns. So this kind of goes with the email. And so you set up a newsletter that you want to email, and then something else along the side that you can do with that is text messages. This is something else free, a way that you can generate more leads. So they have text messaging software out there now, all kinds. Some are free. One is called SMS Scheduler. So you can use this app on your phone and you can send out text message campaigns to people for free. So again, all those contacts you exported from LinkedIn, many of them have a phone number. So you can put them together with your phone list and anywhere else you can compile phone numbers from and put them all on a list that you will send out a text message blast from. And this one is the last technique. So all of these different techniques, from finding and using groups on Facebook and LinkedIn, from emailing a monthly newsletter that you're going to use different ways that we've discussed to compile all these different emails, sending direct messages on social media, and text message campaigns. These are my top ways for you to get free leads online for your business. I hope you learned something today, and that's where we're going to end this course on social media mastery today. Again, this was the free lead generation course and free sales techniques for your business. Always visit the websites www.backtomarketing.com. Like us on Facebook at Back to Marketing. Follow us on YouTube, which is also Back to Marketing. Send us in your questions and your issues that you're having with your business, especially digital related issues, and we'll answer your questions online during our show. So, like I said, I hope you learned from it. We hope to hear from you soon. And like and share the video with your following if you learned anything today. Thank you.